All right, the next thing that's important to do, especially if you've chosen to allow students to grade using a rubric, is to edit the assessment form. And to get to that, we're going to click right here where it says Edit Assessment Form. And notice we're still in the setup phase right now. And that's important because that means students are not submitting their work or anything like that. One thing that you should note, though, is when you create a rubric, students do not see the rubric until they go to grade a submission. And so that's why it might be important, especially for some of the first workshops that you do, to provide example submissions that you have students assess before they even get started so that they can get a chance to see the rubric. Now, on the rubric, you'll notice that there is criterion one, and we'll take a look at one that's actually already done. And then you see some spots for descriptors here, and you can set certain numbers of points. One of the cool things about a workshop is that students don't see the points that are associated with the description. And so they're kind of forced to decide which description matches what they're looking at, rather than trying to assign a student a number of points. And you get 3 criteria to start. You can add more if you'd like. But let me show you an example of a rubric that was created for one of my biology classes. We do writing exercises called CERs, which stands for Claim, Evidence, Reasoning. And you'll notice that the first criterion deals with the claim. And so we have what the criterion is, claim, and kind of a description of it. And then we have the different descriptors for 0, 1, and 2 points. The next criterion here is evidence. And so we have some descriptors for the evidence that they use to support their claim. And then they have reasoning, which is how their evidence actually does support their claim. And so we have a few more descriptors here. And you notice that you don't have to have the same number of descriptors or grade levels or anything like that, but it creates a rubric, and we can take a look at what the rubric would look like when the students see it by clicking Edit Assessment Form once again. And we can save and preview, and then we see what the rubric would look like. So this is how students are going to see the rubric when they go to assess their peers' work, and they'll see their peers' work right above the rubric, and then they'll have a spot for feedback down below. And if you remember in the first video, we set it so that students had to put something in here that was actionable feedback. So we have to write something here. So that's how you set up a rubric in a workshop.